This bike right here, guys, this thing has 2 miles on it. We're gonna give him some love because this is getting pretty crazy.
All right, guys, we got a pretty unique video here today. We're at the Kentucky State Fair right now, and we're building a bike, guys. We brought along our 2024 MT07. This thing is pretty much stock besides seats and the rear sets. We just did that in the last video, but everything else here has to get into a stunt bike, right? So behind me, I got a box of parts, and right here, all of these parts, every single part in this box right now, you can get on twinstunts.com. It's literally that easy. So we're going to show you guys that you can build a full stunt bike, Pro Edition, right? Literally the same parts me and my brother are going to ride right out here.
Same bike as that bike right there, baby.
Yeah, same bike, same parts we're going to ride every single day of the week during our shows, every weekend, right? All the videos you see, it's right in this box.
So you guys do not have to sacrifice quality on your personal bikes. This isn't like the factory guys where they sell you a part that's, you know, a little bit different. It looks like it. This is literally the exact same stuff that we ride, like my brother said, every single day. We're on show number 25 or something already out here at the Kentucky State Fair. This thing has been just absolutely putting in work. So
Look how strong this thing is. Watch out, Yama dog.
no, don't drop my Yama dog.
Oh, yeah, you can drop it though.
She out of the way?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
good. I got her.
Oh, look how strong they are, guys. Check them out.
So, yeah, this
Unbelievable. Pegs clear.
Unbelievable.
Everything clears beautifully right now. So that is a Twin Stunts Edition Yamaha MT07. We're in Kentucky where all these parts are built, so it only makes sense that we get this bike built and into stunt riding condition. Yamaha was kind enough to ship us these beautiful motorcycles at the beginning of the season, and we have been just absolutely cranking out shows, been so busy. And this thing is, how many miles does this thing even have on? I don't even know if we barely taken this thing.
Look at that.
I don't think we've barely even taken this thing to the gas station, ladies and gentlemen. Fire it up.
She don't even want to go.
Oh, there she goes.
That's how new she is.
Sometimes you got to give her that little second hit with the key.
It's got no gas in it.
Oh, that's definitely got something to do with that. How many trip to
3 miles on it.
3 miles, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So this thing is absolutely brand spanking new. We're gonna get this thing built, Sawyer. Let's roll. What do you want to start with first?
I want to show everybody the parts in the box.
Oh,
first.
you want to show them the parts? In
Yeah,
the
I
box
want
first?
to
lay it all out. That
Yeah,
would be kind of
so,
cool.
First off, we got pretty basic tools here, guys. So you don't need anything special, right? So we actually went to Walmart and Amazon. So Amazon, right here.
This is my favorite thing I got on Amazon.
Literally the cheapest tool set we've ever gotten, probably the nicest.
It's not the cheapest, but it's nice. It was about, I think it was about $90 or so, $70, something like that.
It's pretty cheap.
For all metric, though, it's got everything from a 6 mil to a 27 mil, all in this one nice, organized kit, guys. It's all labeled. It all has its own spot.
So we got that. We got the 17. We may need that in the 16/19. We got a handful.
That was from a Talaria. We don't need a 16 for anything.
We got a handful of Allen wrenches.
Handful of socket Allens. We love those around here. Those are super nice.
27 for the axle. This is a must.
3/4. That's our only 1/2-inch tool that we're going to use. Sorry, not 3/4. 1/2-inch.
This is my favorite tool. This is just this isn't necessary. This is just if you're bougie with it, get yourself a little impact driver.
So this
ratchet. That's all it is. You can get. All right, guys, we got the first part out of the box, and it's the most important part. If you guys are buying your bike's parts piece by piece, maybe you don't have all the money up front to do everything at once, the crash cage is the most vital. This is going to protect everything that you spent all your hard-earned dollars on, guys. So this is the Coxtown Parts crash cage. It's going to protect your motor, which is the most important part, guys. So this thing right here is going to go on sideways. I probably have the wrong side right now, but it's going to protect your motor. It is absolutely vital if you're going to be learning how to wheelie, whether it be high-speed wheelies, slow-speed wheelies. If you're thinking about stunt riding, get a crash cage first. Everything else comes second. So
even if you guys aren't thinking about stunt riding, you just want to protect your beautiful brand new MT07, these cages are super sleek. And you saw I just threw that thing over before, and
I got
it's not uncommon. You know, you tip over, you're coming out of the driveway, you catch your shoelace gets caught. You know, you want to be able to dump this thing over and pick it back up.
Exactly.
grab some of these cage sliders.
It's super easy. It's super sleek. I had the wrong side before, guys, but check it out. So it's going to go right on
oh
this
yeah,
mount
that's nice.
and right there. Look at that.
So yeah,
It's
even
gonna
if
sit
you're not
about
a stunt rider,
It's going to sit about like that. It looks cool, dude.
yeah,
You're not a stunt rider. It looks sick.
it matches that Yamaha blue so perfect. That is just incredible. Yeah, look at that color match. Cox in-house powder coating, guys. They are just killing the game. Woo! Matches the wheels, matches the tank. If you order that Yamaha blue, don't scratch it. I'm just kidding. It's
Good
not
powder coat ain't going to scratch.
All right, what's next? What else we got in the box? What else is in the goodie box? It's like Christmas, dude. Keep opening stuff.
We got, this is new to America, guys. So right here, everybody's been wondering what's the next set of handlebars. So Pro Taper used to be the handlebars of choice for every stunt rider, even myself. Every bike I have has them, except all my new bikes. Pro Taper stopped making handlebars. You gotta find something new. Guess what?
Ricky, man. Ricky's retired.
Ricky Carmichael's done. Guess what, though? There's a better guy in-house. This is Roku Barukos.
Rock on.
You guys don't know who he is. I'm probably saying his name wrong. He is an absolute legend overseas. He's the factory KTM rider, and we have partnered up with him to bring these handlebars here to America. So we're putting these on all the MT07s, all the R3s, all the MT09s.
It's going to have some slick little Twin Stunts branding here. This is just a fitment piece for us to check out, but
guess what? Brap to the brap.
But there it's going to be. I think we're going to leave the brap, and then we might
Get
get rid of Rock On's logos over here and maybe throw a little Twin Stunts action over there, and
it's going to be
pretty
game time.
cool.
But
pretty cool to have our name on another part.
fun fact, guys, I've actually been rocking these handlebars on my Bolt. Hard
It's
cut.
way over there.
Hard cut.
I can zoom in on. You can see that turd box over there.
I have these bars on my Bolt, and I have loved them. They have been great. They have been strong, and for some reason, we just never thought to bring them to you guys. We've been literally using them for years on our own bikes. Never thought that you guys would want them, but we're doing it now. So this bike is getting the brand new Twin Stunts Roku Barukos bars, guys. I don't know what the name of these are going to be, but they're going to be on our site. By the time this video drops, I guarantee it.
Or you're gonna run out of table space pretty soon. What we got? Let's stack it up.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to run out of table space.
I
That's
did that shot. That one's
just a
shiny.
crossbar for the crash cage, so we don't need that. We'll set that on the
That's shiny
side.
right there. You should grab that one.
Ooh, is this ours?
That's our part.
All right, so the most important part, guys.
You already said the most important part was the crash cage.
Well,
Second most important.
if you already know how to stunt and you don't, if you're not going to crash, get yourself a handbrake. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real though, second most important part, the Twin Stunts handbrake. This thing absolutely dialed. You all already know what this is. This is what you guys are already on the channel probably for.
That's just an extra battery. We don't need that.
It's a Cardo headset.
That's a Cardo.
for the
We're gonna
helmet.
need that for the show. Is this a brand new Cardo they just sent us? Super stoked to look at that later.
Oh, there's just parts on parts. We'll start at the top here. We got a full
exhaust system in there.
Full handle exhaust because guess what?
Careful, Sawyer.
Oh, did I drop some?
Yeah, you're just throwing stuff
Oh,
everywhere.
geez. But guess what, guys? Listen.
We already fired it up. It's quiet.
Oh, you
We know
listened
it's
to it?
quiet. We started it to check the mileage. Remember, you
Okay.
couldn't even hear it.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
was just like, it was literally, I think I've heard louder Priuses when their mufflers fall off.
That's true. So this goes internal now. Only internal part that we're honestly probably going to put on the bike here today,
Little
guys.
suspension upgrade. I don't even know if I'd call that an internal part because that's a suspension part.
But
That's
I mean,
not
it
it's not a motor part.
but it
That's
goes-
just a part.
You got to go
It's a
inside.
bolt-on part, though. It's still just a bolt-on part.
A lot of guys be getting crazy scared about that.
Oh, yeah, this is so that we can hit our too fast.
too fast.
So this is completely extra, guys. You don't need this, obviously. It's an LED light kit. So we do a lot of these fair shows at night, and I absolutely love Underglow. Fast and the Furious was one of my favorite franchise series before it got as lame as it is today. So I'm talking Fast and the Furious 1, Fast and the Furious 2, Tokyo Drift. That stuff is sick. I love Underglow. I mean, you gotta
I gotta go
Underglow.
pee. Are you done
gotta
talking?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's just keep putting this a handbrake caliper for the brake. I can get the rest of these parts. Oh, you go pee, run back. Hurry up, though. We got to get this bike built. We can't just talk about all the parts. What's in here? Got so much stuff. I don't even know what's all what. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is one of my favorite pieces to the bike. My clutch lever, my RSC. Shout out to RSC. Always keeping Twin Stunts dialed in. So we got two different send out and do on your own. That's something we do not offer, unfortunately. Maybe sometime in the near future we will be able to. The new dirt bike handlebars. These are the Pro Tapers my brother was talking about, but we're switching to the Twin Stunts Edition bend. The HC1 13mm Magura handbrake, the RSC clutch lever, and of course, that whole thing wrapped up on a beautiful Yamaha MT07 package. So that is what the bike looks like fully put together, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is a stock unit. We got some fresh Dunlop tires on the back, and this thing is bone stock as it basically can get. So we've got pretty much everything laid out on this table. We also got a radiator crash cage. I kind of ordered the wrong color for this because this is actually supposed to go, I believe. What color ones does this one have? Oh yeah, that was my plan. I was gonna put this one on my show bike. I forgot to order the radiator cage for this bike, so that's all right. So this is actually for this unit because that obviously looks way better and matches. That's kind of just an extra little piece, little radiator support rock guard, and yeah. But all the nitty gritty stuff here, handbrake lines, crash cage. That's what I want to do first. Crash cages, handbrake, ladies and gentlemen, because that is what I think is the most important, and I want to get this bike running for my shows in a couple weeks. Then we got to swap out the handlebars. So you ready to get building? Guys, the idle adjuster, we already did that. That's literally a 5-second job. You just pop this little screw out, put the Twin Stunts idle adjuster cable on there, so that allows us to turn the RPMs up. So that's already obviously done, but other than that, this thing 3 miles. We got the bigger chain. I don't know if I have a grinder in my trailer. If we don't have a grinder, we might have to wait on the chain here for a day or two, but everything, I got a close reach lever. That just allows it so that the Magura gets a little bit closer to my fingers, allows a little bit more adjustability. And yeah, I think that's everything that we need here, folks. We got an extra little Tygon so we can put the reservoir a little bit further away. 6 shop stickers, that's an empty container. Let's do it. Why do you look so bummed out? I'm not bummed. I'd rather do the tire first and the handbrake. Let's do the 12 bar first. Let's get it. We got to get it tore apart first. Let's get the seats off. Okay. This piece of plastic has to come off so we can route the handbrake line. Start tearing her down. All right, as I was saying, guys, the most important part of the motorcycle is the crash cage. So we're going to start with building the crash cage first. So here at Twin Stunts, we've had a lot of different crash cages over the years, and we have found ourselves on CSP cage. Why? Because every single part that we make comes from this company because they make the best and the strongest. So this is going to protect not only your motorcycle, but also your rear sets. As you noticed before, we just dumped that new bike that we had over. So show you guys how simple this cage also is to install. So right now, we have a motor jack underneath that is just supplying a slight amount of pressure. Notice it's on a back stand as well. We are not lifting the bike in the air. The front tire is still on the ground solid. Is just relieving the pressure so that when we take these 2 bolts out, the motor does not drop. We're leaving one side on at a time. And this is actually my first time ever installing a CSP cage. So you guys are going to truly see how easy it is because I've never done it. So let's see how it goes for a newbie. So you're going to need 17mm wrench, or socket I should say, sorry, and then a 8mm socket. So I just put it on my breaker bar, break these suckers loose. Oh, someone might have come through and broke those loose for you already. Bada bing, bada boom. And I grab my lazy man wrench. No, don't use that on the motor mount bolts. Don't. Okay, I'm not allowed to use those. No, you don't use electric tools on engine mount threads, guys. Unbelievable, guys. Nope, he's such a crybaby. You can use a ratchet wrench if you want. I would have used it. I'll get you the ratchet here. Here you go. Want this? Can I get an extension? Extendo? It's fine. Okay. Do we want to throw the remove the stock exhaust while we're at it right away, or are we just gonna throw the cage on first? Just drop the radiator right away and do all that. Probably easy. All right, folks, we got her started. So as you can see, I did give her a yank like that. Just kind of make sure you got her good and started. And we're gonna put this. What did you? Hold on, what bolt did you put in there? Stock one. Yeah. You didn't just take that off of that aluminum cage. What is that bolt? Oh no, that is the aluminum. Yeah, cage. So that's not right. It's this bolt. It's in my hand. It couldn't be. Yeah, that's what we want. Nice big thick black bolt. Stock. You can reuse the OEM one of these bolts. He might have sent one. I'm not really too sure. This is just a
This cage has been sitting in our garage for a long time, guys, so we're not really too sure on all the hardware here, but here's a big tip while my brother's jabber John. Do not tighten one bolt before the other bolts. You see how loose this is? This is perfect. This is what we're looking for. And then now,
You got some play in there right now. There, I see what you got.
we can get this crossbar in the way,
Line it up.
yeah, the way it's supposed to go. It's nice. They're both 8mm bolts. Yeah, everything is almost the same, like, hardware on these bikes. You got pretty much your 4mm, 6, 8mm Allen. Some stuff's going to be 5s, and then
Like
almost every other bolt is 10,
Like
12,
I said,
17.
guys, same thing here. Leave this snug but loose.
Yep.
And then now, the first one you're going to tighten, now that everything is like this, is this top one. So this is
Just going to hand tighten that, or you're not going to like crank, because we're going to get the other side of the cage on too, right? Before we get to...
Well, no, you got to get this side on. You can get this side on. It's going to go onto the crossbar. This should be able to go solid.
I would leave it like, you know,
I
because you got to flex in the crossbar, and then we're going to snug it all
This
in. Oh,
moves.
is that you got to tighten that in more.
This top one definitely has some tension on her.
Oh, you're getting it though. It's almost tight. It's pretty good. You notice he's grabbing at the middle to like the end of the wrench, guys. So
There, you want it a little snuggy, loose?
yeah, just a little bit, so that way we can get the other cage in. You know, make sure everything fits nice. Good to go.
Just leave that where it is.
All right, so we got a show to go do, guys. So we're gonna go ride our stunt show here real quick. Then we're gonna button up this other side here, and that is gonna be the first parts of the motorcycle. Got that beautiful Hindle exhaust already slapped on there. Didn't really do an install video, guys, because there's a bunch of people that do how to install exhaust videos, and we're building a stunt bike here, guys. So we skipped that part, ran over that real quick, getting that crash cage on, and she is looking clean already. Let's go get ready for the show. I ride backwards standing up on the gas tank. That's kind of my big one. But, oh yeah. Oh no, never. Oh, we got a laundry list of at the doctor's office. I got my shoulder doctor on speed dial type of yeah. Y'all enjoy the concert. You're good. That's why we're doing it here. Hey, you guys be good. Tell your twins to keep loving each other. All right, folks. So we are done. Ow! I just you put that right up your
Dude,
beehole?
not quite, but enough to. That was terrible.
That was spicy. Huh? All right, folks. So we're done with show number 3 of today. I think I got to count, but I think we're rounding up close to 30 shows here at the Kentucky State Fair. The sun is setting. It is absolutely gorgeous out right now. There's hundreds of people walking into this concert, and we're just going to finish up. We're going to button up this side of the cage here and maybe do the handlebars and then call it a night and then do some more on this thing tomorrow. First thing in the morning, we are doing the handbrake bracket install, guys. But in order to do that, I got to have my handlebars on there with my Magura mounted up. So we're going to do the handlebars next and then the handbrake bracket right after Sawyer is done buttoning up this cage here. So we got the left side all snugged up, pretty much all bolted down. And now we are working.
I need that
off
19,
to this
please.
side. Oh yeah, 19 for the new bolts.
It was an Allen, just like it matched. It was just an 8mm Allen.
Yeah, I could tell Matt if he can get that
I just
bolt.
feel like it'd be a nicer bolt, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so we always like to try to start this one first, ladies and gentlemen. So he's got
This side came off a little smooth.
a little easier. We got the jack in a little bit better position, maybe.
It felt like it. That was satisfying. It's a nice bolt.
That is a nice bolt. Matthew builds good parts. That's a nice looking cage. I still can't get over how close that Yamaha blue powder coat is.
I thought that was a huge problem for a lot of people, no?
Yeah, it is actually. It's just a hard color to make, and they don't keep it in stock at Prismatic for some reason. Here you go. You need this, Sawyer. These gotta get tightened first. You can snug those down. Yeah, you can crank those now. Tighten your motor mode with the breaker bar end. Dirt bike. What do you got there, little ice cream? It's all over your face. Do you want to tighten those? I don't want to tighten. Yeah, I'll tighten them. So then if something happens, it'll be my fault. Oh, it's already your fault, sorry. Oh, wow, that got loose and then tight on me. That was scary, but it felt good. It felt like it snugged down good, but for a second it went like zoof. And I was like, oh, why did that just do that? Oh, yeah, that one's nice, though. I don't really know what the torque spec is on these guys. It's kind of one of those things like even Jason Britton would tell you. If you put a torque wrench on these, there's a good chance you might end up snapping a motor mount, stripping, pulling a thread. So I like to just get a good wrench on there, and you're kind of getting more of your force in right on the end like this, and yeah, that should be good and plenty. Oh, that one is stripped. What? You stripped it? Oh no, she's tight. Oh yeah, I was kidding. Get those pucks in there. All right, you get that kick shot? No, I didn't. We'll get it on the next side. Need a 4 mil. Oh yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So the crash cage is installed. So that is how you install the crash cage on your Yamaha MT07, because we're going to break up each of these individual parts that we're installing into their own videos, as well as we are going to run. That was step number 1. Like my brother said, that's the most important part. That's going to be your first purchase part in our recommendation. So we threw that part on first.
Or the handbrake.
Technically speaking, we threw the exhaust on first because it's just easier. We didn't want to have to work around it, you know, scratch those beautiful headers. So we threw the exhaust on. Crash cage is on. And now we're going to start removing all of these stock controls. Let's go. So we're moving on to the controls,
To the handlebars. And this is actually going to be a new product that we are launching. So like we were saying, got the Roco Bruce, but these are the Twin Stunts in America bars, guys. So you guys may have seen him on Instagram. He is the absolute crazy KTM rider. And yeah, these bars are sick. I have them on my Bolt. I think I've had them on another bike as well. So we're going to throw them on here and show you what time it is. So can't really deny hand me all the bolts. Whoa, oh.
Already scratching.
That's all right. Set that on the fender for now.
Okay.
So give me all those bolts.
That's how that mounts.
So what I like to do on these Yamaha bikes is I actually flip these clamps around, and then what that does is it'll allow me to mount this probably actually about right there. It might get to stay actually. We'll see if the gas cap clears it. And then what that does is it, as you can see, these bars are rotated back right now at like about an angle like so. So when we flip it, it's going to pitch them much more forward, because they're going to be, instead of an offset backward sweep, they're going to be angled forward. And that makes a huge difference. In my opinion, if you're a taller rider, it opens up the cockpit very, very nicely.
Cones don't stop nobody.
Plus you're stopping them from parking. That's good. What was that? Every part are you just going to drop on the ground so that I can pick it up?
It's kind of fun to watch you do that. Got a push and a pull here, guys. This, as a kid, frustrated me beyond belief. And then once you realize it's very simple, I'm like, golly, with that would drive me mad. So this still has to come off.
That's fine. Still got to get it off.
Unbelievable. I just can't win over here. Taking the bar end off with the, what is it? It's a 8. What?
No, it's not. It's a little bolt in there, isn't it? No? Is that it?
I can't tell. It's driving me mad.
No. Yeah, it looks like there's one inside.
All right, guys. So where we're going, we're not using the bar end anyways, so
it won't fit in the Pro Taper bar.
We have
Twin Stunts
bars.
We
unhooked it. Yeah, they're not Pro Taper, bro. These are Twin Stunts.
They used to be.
Bars.
I'm sorry.
Buy them from us, man.
So we're gonna get riding with Ricky.
Crack that sucker
nice.
loose.
Oh, that's it. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work in a dirt bike handlebar, no matter what brand.
No, I don't think I have a tap.
They have this like handlebars threaded. What? Whoa. Okay, I see what they did there. So yeah, they threaded the handlebar from the factory for
use
those
this
bar
for
ends.
something else. Crazy. This is a nice little part.
These are nice, but I mean the bars are just such a goofy angle. You're gonna have to do the same thing on this side.
That one. That one's staying.
All this parts just come off?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those parts all come
okay,
off.
cool.
That bike that had the thing.
Oh, locked up for the night.
There you go, Booty dude. Let me drive it.
Let me drive it, he says. I don't think you got the right credentials for that.
And then you hit the front
Give me
brake
that.
and it rolls on top of that thing. No?
What was that?
The one with the thing on top?
Uh-huh.
Hit the front brake and it rolls.
Yep.
When
Exactly.
is, what are you doing to me?
Oh, weird. I'm filming him.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You can talk. See you. Said I cannot be here. Oh man, they're all so drunk from that inside concert. Yeah, that's not where I want to go in there. All right, so you're just dismantling the whole front end. So
So what's smart, guys, when you do this, but we're not doing it because we're not smart, is put like a rag down on your fairings. So that way if you do drop anything or, you know, like,
you got like an extra Twin Stunts t-shirt or something we could lay down on there?
We
Or
let
you're just done? You're just done caring.
well, at this point, like, what do you want from me?
That's all right. I'm going to go grab a t-shirt.
Lever.
All right, so we got this thing pretty much
This
dismantled.
is another stunt part that we're going to be putting on kind of at the same time as the clutch lever.
Okay, pull that out. Gotta hold it. What are you doing? Bomb. What's hooked up right there? Oh, you didn't unhook that little rubber, John. Boop. Those are garbage. Those we're gonna give to a kid tomorrow, though. We're gonna sign those.
Those didn't even sound good when they hit the
No,
ground.
they didn't even sound good when they hit the ground.
So wait,
I want to flip this around.
So how are we doing that?
It's a little bit of a chore.
Oh, best. Oh,
No, you just gotta get your hand. You just gotta get your wrench right in here.
looks like 17 open-ended wrench.
I believe so. Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
So you're gonna pull it towards the fork.
Yep. So this is I'm on the what would be if you were on the motorcycle, the driver's left, and you're gonna pull it towards you.
So he's on the nut underneath here, guys. It's kind of hard to see down in there. He's loosening that on up.
So I was able to break it loose with that, and then I was able to actually get my little Amazon 17 down in there. Use the deep well, and it was a little trickier than the other. It's like when you're reeling in a big fish and you think you got one, and then it gets into the boat and it was just a bunch of seaweed.
That is an L.
Big old sea bass. That's basically what I just reeled in right there.
All right, so we take. Wow, that is such the mount for that dash.
I mean, the dash has Bluetooth, so I mean, it isn't really a joke calling it an iPad.
So you just flipped it.
Yep. So this is how it was sitting. OEM, the mounts for the dash are right there. Boom. We're just pulling it out 180 degrees. Obviously, the only way you can flip it. And like I was saying, it's going to give us a nice, straight, more vertical forward, if you will, offset.
Free little mod, huh?
For free 99.
Even if you don't have money for the handlebars, you should probably do that.
Now you can just see your bars are sitting perfectly straight. Like I don't know why they don't come mounted like this. It's probably more for a comfort thing. We're probably gonna have to modify this bracket I think we can mount it slower, and then we're gonna heat this, and we'll be able to bend that back down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But for now, let's I gotta get these
bars
the butt nuts back on the triple tree.
Yep.
We're running out of daylight fast. We're not gonna really do this too accurately right now. We're just gonna literally slap these on, guys. We're gonna roll this thing into the trailer for the night here. Lock her on up. We're gonna finish this thing on tomorrow. We're gonna finish his controls and then do the handbrake kit, and then she's pretty much already almost a stunt bike. The 12 bars getting delivered this weekend when the Cox Stunt Parts field trip gets here. So we've got everything that we can do right now. So we're gonna finish that handbrake tomorrow morning and turn this thing into a stunt bike. Maybe even do some burnouts.
Ooh.
Back at it. We're back at it. So before we put the handlebars on and bolt everything on, we forgot an important step. We do have a full YouTube video describing how to do this. We got to throw the fork emulators in. So
we're gonna drop that link down in the description, guys. So
we did on through this.
Yeah, we did a very in-depth how to install. So
back at Shawnee U at Street Bike Sean's shop actually in Arizona earlier this season.
it was 6. So we're just gonna show you really quick just what it is again in case you guys are just going through the full video. Again, link in the description, but these are a fork emulator. So what this basically is doing is a ton of science that I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, these forks come from the factory without like a dampening system. They're a very cheap fork from the factory. So this company, Motion, twinsons.com, these things, everyone just kind of like questions. They're not going off the shelves yet, but I promise
I've
you.
sold a good handful of them now.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've sold about 5-10 pairs. It's starting to move.
Okay, they're starting to move because these videos haven't been out. But guys, it's super simple. We're going to pull up the springs, screw this in. This goes down into the bottom on this side.
So if you guys would have missed what I just did, I didn't have the front stand on this bike. I took these fork caps off, and the cap went absolutely shooting about halfway across the parking lot, and the bike dropped onto the ground. That's why there's jacks underneath there, because I had to jack it up. We can get this out now, though. We don't need this anymore. We got it on the front stand. So make sure you're going to want a rear stand and a front stand for this job, because when you take the fork cap off, that is going to allow you to lift up. I'm going to lift up on this front tire. That's going to raise the fork spring, as you can see it going.
Look at the front fork just easily lifting right now without the cap.
Because it's got no pressure on it. So right now I can lift that up. So you grab that spring. Here, actually, give me that block. Grab me that block. We can shove it under this front tire, and I can help you. Because I think if I just stack this up, I can just stack this under here, and we can do one fork at a time.
Oh, see how far that dropped, guys? That's the suspension travel without the cap in it. So you might need another block, I'm thinking, unless you can get it sideways. That's pretty solid. Whoa, look at you.
Look at that.
Little MacGyver, huh?
Didn't even really fall. So now you should be able to get your finger down in here. I don't where my gloves go. I don't want to get all full of fork oil.
All right, we're gloved up.
It's not with the right gloves. These are not even latex gloves. Not even really going to do anything for me. I got her. Got the washer first.
Washer, then what?
There's a spring in here, and this is where we're trying to get out, because this is where we're threading the thing into.
You want to try to leave all the oil in there, because that is a very accurate amount. So you want to try to be patient with getting that spring out there.
Let this dribble down. You see it's really full of oil.
Yep, let it dribble, dribble, dribble.
So if you just go and pull this out,
you're gonna make
not
accurate adjustments.
It's going to make an absolute mess. You can already see I'm dribbling too fast.
And normally, we'd also recommend redoing the fork oil weight, but here at the fair, we don't have time to do that. So this is definitely the best step without oil.
You'll feel like it's hard to explain, but like right there, it was just getting a little tight, and you push it, and you'll feel that O-ring. I'll try to show you better on the next one.
We're selling this Twin Stunt shirt too that's full of fork oil. Throw that out to a kid. Noticeable amount. We're not Jet Lawrence out here, ladies and gentlemen, so just got that thing out. So you'll see it's about to kind of get stuck. See right there, it's stuck. Kind of give her a little boop. Kind of just wiggle it a little. And there, it's shoved in nicely. You'll feel it boop down into the hole. Drop that washer. Now we're gonna remove our block of wood, which is a lot tighter now.
Wouldn't you want to cap it with the spring first?
No, because it's too much pressure. Oh, it's too much pressure. That's good. That's good to know. Gotta drop that. On there to get that thing started. Make sure you don't cross thread it. It's pretty hard to cross thread, but I'm sure it could be done.
Someone will find a way.
Someone will find a way. They'll comment and say it was our fault. They'll ask us to buy them a $700 fork tube. And we won't do it!
Or wow.
We flipped it around.
You flip the bar mounts?
Bar mount was flipped around like we showed.
So now the iPad is in my lap. But we're just gonna crank it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Get a little Shan the man on there.
Ooh, you been working out?
Where did it bend?
I don't even know. Bent at the mount.
Right at the bracket.
That's what we're looking for.
Make sure. Oh, we gotta drop this. Make sure we can. Make sure we got. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not it. Yeah.
Nice.
Bend that down more.
I don't know if we can. Gas cap barely is gonna clear it. Bend that sucker down. Oh, you got inches. Look at the clearance.
Hold this, put this on the table. I mean, I don't know why I need to bend it down more.
Because you want to clear through there. Yeah, that's what you're looking for. You want to be able to jump through that thing. Look at that thing. Is
We don't even have a gas tank on it.
so big.
So sick.
All right, let's throw a grip on this thing. Start mounting levers. 3 miles. Oh my word. Grocery stores a John Deere these days? Oh, bro.
You're the man.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
Back at it after another show.
Just got done with the first show. Going on to the sickest part of the bike. Part number 2, I would say, after you got your clutch lever on, you got your cage, gonna get that Twin Stunts handbrake. So I don't know if we've done a full install video on this. I believe we have.
We tried. It was a pretty shoddy video.
Yeah, but if not, we're gonna do another little speed round right here. So it's gonna be pretty sick. So this replaces your stock bracket down here for your foot brake. Makes it
Let's roll this thing forward out of the sun, huh?
Makes it into that dual caliper. Absolutely.
6 mil, 8 mil Allen, and 4 mil Allen, because you got to take the little sensor off of the ABS thing. I believe that's the only bolt that we actually don't send people.
Come on.
No, I already changed this tire.
Oh yeah.
4 mil off right away. We're gonna teamwork this job out. Good idea. We might as well, huh? We don't.
It's a lot easier to hold it when you have brakes to hold it and not letting it just free spin. So I believe it's either a 12 or.
Oh, I never turned the microphone on. There, I just turned.
So it's a 14, not the 12 breaker bar. This helps if you have a friend that can hold the brake. If not, you gotta just lodge something in the wheel. Break all these bolts loose with your friend or yourself blocking that wheel.
Those are on there. Hell yeah. So I'm standing on the foot brake pedal
Let
right
go.
now, guys.
You can get 2 at a time if your friend listens and lets go.
Let's go the brake.
Holds the brake.
Holding the brake.
I'm just busting them loose to then come back through with my impact. Pretty self-explanatory though, so everyone always asks us, what gearing do you guys run? So while the microphone charges, we're gonna switch gears here. Quite literally, guys. Right there. That's the pizza pan. So for me and my brother, we ride some extreme gearing. We do -1 in the front and then actually 64 tooth in the rear. That's for lot only riding. We do not ride these bikes on the highway. They would not be much fun. If you're in the highway, you're gonna want to be more around the 54 to 58 tooth range. But here we're gonna show you what this pizza pan looks like. It's a pretty easy job. Like you said, break the bolts loose on the bike with a buddy or yourself, lock the wheel up, and then you just spin the bolts off with your heart wrench. Like we said, we use for absolutely everything. Comparison, just size-wise.
Man, this is sick. All these kids at the state fair came to the right show because we're gonna sign all these parts. We're gonna give them away to fans at the end of the day.
So
here.
if I was to, like you would a car wheel.
What's up, kids? What we doing?
Good. Are y'all the people who rode with the Sea Boys?
We are the people that rode with the Sea
I
Boys.
knew it. I thought I recognized the front foot by that.
Yep, that's the front flip bike.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the life wide open on right now? Heck yeah.
Yeah, I bought that yesterday in Louisville.
Oh, you got that yesterday to go to Zoomies?
Yep.
Oh, no way.
Oh, they're gonna love that.
I'm gonna send this video to Micah after I'm done taking it. We're literally building the motorcycle, videoing right now.
Nice.
So you guys will be in the next, you'll be in the YouTube video.
Sick.
You guys coming by the 3:30 show?
We are.
All
Yep.
right, good deal, good deal.
We decided to come earlier.
Get a good spot, say what's up.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. That's what it's all about. We're just building a new bike right now. Maybe Evan will ride it someday. He's not too scared. Right? I know.
I don't know if I want Evan to ride this one.
Sturgis. And then I was listening to the podcast and they said they were at Sturgis.
You listen to their pod and everything, huh?
Here you guys are true fans.
Yep, every Thursday. Wait, no. Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
Yep. The videos come out Thursdays, right?
Yep, Thursday.
Except for last week, they missed it. You
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like, come on, Seed Boys, what are you doing?
They were slacking.
Don't do anything but slacking.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get a knife or something to cut this. Angle grinder.
Yeah, we'll put it back.
Later, once we get the bigger chews. This ain't gonna fit on anyways.
Yeah, because it won't clear that though.
That won't reach and that won't. Oh, that won't right now even. I see what you're saying. So you're just gonna get it off for now? Oh, I can try. They're pretty busy, but here's what I'm gonna do for you guys. We're gonna sign and we're gonna give you this sprocket for your garage, you dirt bikers.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Get out of the sun. What's that, the whole tail? Oh, everything's hot. Oh yeah, this thing's 100 degrees, huh? Oh, you put the year on it? Hell yeah. Cletus says, hell yeah, brother.
There you guys go, put that in your garage now. Don't
Guys,
smoke
I know there's
yard
only one
now.
of them, so you have to fight over it.
Oh yeah.
To put in one of your guys' shops.
Do you guys have all the dirt bikes in one garage?
We do.
Yeah, good
Well,
deal.
we park them in like a lean-to on our shop.
Sure.
There you go, there you go.
We farm for a living.
You guys are farmers? We're from Wisconsin. Everybody farms up there.
Yeah,
we live-
we're just an hour south of this.
Nice. You guys do cash cropping or more dairy farming? What kind of farming? Corn?
Corn, wheat, and
Corn,
soybeans.
wheat, and soybeans. We
Corn,
farm
wheat, and soybeans. You boys been working hard. You guys are hard workers, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we were over here, Charlie was like, "Do you think these are the people that rode with the Seaboys?" And I was like, "There's no way." Then we came over here, and I was like, "Actually, that front flip bike looks very familiar."
There could be a way.
Yeah, that was we stopped there one day in between shows. My brother actually, believe it or not, he didn't want to because he didn't really know who they were at the time. That was like 2 years ago, even 3 years ago now, and yep, and then we went back up and did the ice video, and that made us very popular on YouTube. Now we have 300, I think I checked this morning, we got like 330,000 subscribers ourselves, so hopefully 4 more right here. Just gotta get pulled out. Boom, boom.
Alright, we just subscribed.
You guys all just subscribed?
We just
like that.
subscribed.
Heck yeah. What up? Boom, pound it. Thank you guys all for coming. We're gonna try to get this thing slammed together here, and I gotta explain a couple things to the folks, so. 311, man, we gotta get rolling for our show pretty quick here anyways.
Get a good spot. Oh yeah.
The stock brake line assembly right now, guys. You just tightened it.
Slam my knuckle into the motor too.
So right now we're just gonna pop this off and then put the bolt back in because we have, why are we doing this? What a lot of people get very curious about, they wonder what to do with all of this because there's a lot of ABS lines and everything, folks. So we are removing the stock foot brake line right now because we're going to be replacing it. It's going to go from there straight to there, and from here we're actually going to remove this piece of plastic, and then I cut these lines right now just because we're doing a quick install. We're going to show you guys the easiest way to do this. So
Leave them in there.
we do have to pull this out. We're going to cut, and then we're going to fold it and pinch it over basically, just like if you broke your brake line on your truck. So you need a 5mm Allen for that sort. Right here. Pop this sucker off. Wow, this doesn't work. Teamwork is not the dream work when you're trying to... Alright, so this is the easiest, quickest way. The best way is to get all of this stuff pulled out. But right now, we are just going to cut this brake line because we're not using that sucker anymore. And then you need to unbolt it, sorry, with the 4mm. You hook this up, grab that wrench. This is not the Aaron Colton way of doing things.
100% not. This is the get your bike built if Lean Back is in town tomorrow and Twin Stunts just got you all your parts possible second. That is the method.
So we're just pulling this stock line out because this is all gone. Boom. Control Alt Delete. Not gonna need that anymore. You could throw that on eBay and it could sit on eBay for literally about ever, and you can make about $10 off that probably.
Love your swing arm. Gotta get just a graphics card on this thing. What was that?
I don't know. Who knows? The thing's not the
What
same.
also was it? You know, it's a new bike, but they're not. We don't get the nicest.
We get the freight damage stuff.
Chanel. Send.
brake line.
Okay, get this rotor off.
Yep,
Forgot
so
that.
we should have done, guys, just like we said before.
That I'm gonna go inside and grab the torch, I think, because that's got red Loctite on it.
Yeah, we might wait till after the show to finish this part because
Yeah, we will. I'm not even gonna try it.
It's 6 mil, but this works really nice for it actually.
Want to put a little heat if you have some heat. We do not have heat right now. We're just being lazy. We want to get this done, so we make sure you put lots of downward pressure.
Because if you strip these, they are a booger.
Even Bill Dixon stripped one the last time we swapped a rotor on his bike.
They are a booger.
It just, this Allen wrench is just super easy to round out.
We also, you gotta make sure you're using a nice
new clean tool.
Yeah, which we are not.
Ours has got some smiles on it.
Yeah, it's just not the tightest 6 in the world. It's more like a 5.9.
Oh. Just like the sprocket, we like everything to be bigger here at the old Twin Stunts Thrill Show. Everything bigger is better.
Good description.
Oh, yeah. So what this does, guys, not only does it add a ton of more braking power force, it also helps eliminate heat. So a lot of people, when they get this original Twin Stunt setup, you ride the stock rotor. A lot of people like that on the street. However, if you ride... Oh, wow, sorry.
Thanks.
Thought that would be a little quieter on my
If you
ride with the brakes on a whole bunch, they are going to heat up on you, and then heat equals brake fade. Brake fade equals loop out equals more money at the Twin Stunt shop, probably, because you totaled your bike. So you are going to want to make sure that you check your brake fluid, make sure everything's always good, bled properly, and if you have the money, I recommend getting the big rotor kit. You tell me what you need, whole shot.
just you not to be in the shot, really. I'm showing people you can do this by yourself.
You guys, putting something underneath the wheel helps a ton. There's some really nice motorcycle stands that actually have that part of the stand built into it so you can adjust it. We do not have that. We have found, ironically enough, that a camper level block that we have, obviously, in our motorhome is the exact right height for a brand new Dunlop GPR with an FZ. So slide that bad girl through. She's got to go forward just a scotch. It did that drop thing on this side. Shan, there we go. You got it?
Yeah, we're in.
Sweet. To recap what we just did there. So far, we've got the bracket installed. We just cut this foot brake line at that little ABS junction box right there. And then we zip tied this line right here. We'll probably put a little piece of paper towel on there. And that's how we're gonna leave that for right now, folks, is we do not have any time. It is starting to get hot. It's gonna be 90 degrees here this afternoon, and the sun is about to be baking on us. So we're gonna literally just put a little piece of paper towel. If, like my brother said, you got your parts, obviously we know lean back happened already, but if you got a ride coming up, a lot session, you know, you just got your stuff and you're like, I don't wanna take the entire motorcycle apart to delete all these brake lines and do all that. That is how you can get around it, guys. So now we're gonna hook the foot brake line up, mount up the Brembo calipers, and show you guys how I route the lines, because that is another huge thing that people be doing wrong, is routing the brake lines. So this is a crucial step right here that we're about to dive into.
Got any glove?
This goes off like this, like here, like off the front. You see
Okay, which way is the bend going?
put the bolts like this first. So right here you have this little 45 at a downward angle. We're gonna put that going forward, actually, believe it or not. I know it sounds goofy right now, but you're gonna see why in just a split second, why you go forward and not straight backwards. So I loop it right on back around, because this is actually where the stock line is supposed to go through. If it was a stock line, this little rubber thing, you can kind of just put this wherever. Here, hold my phone, please. So you're just gonna loop it. It's just gonna make a nice loop right back around. Then that's gonna give you the right angle to be basically right where that Brembo caliper is. So let's mount this adapter.
Put the P32 on the top.
Yeah, I like the P32 on the top. It just looks nice like that. I'm actually more of a monoblock guy, but I actually sacrificed my monoblock caliper to send for a customer order right now, because we're out at the Kentucky State Fair and we didn't have enough stuff, so we're gonna run this P32 caliper for a little bit, then this will get swapped over to your bike,
All this hardware supplied by the Twin Stunts.
You guys notice though, we put everything on finger tight first before wrenching. It just makes your life
So we don't even have the axle tight right now.
No, I know.
It's like, why am I hearing stuff loosey goosey?
Well, we have to.
Okay. Brake line. Got that new banjo
On the front of here.
All right, so this is the best way to route this brake line. You're going to put the straight end on the Brembo caliper. You're coming down, going through the stock thing. It's got a nice loop around right here. Keeps it nice and straight, still loose, not too loose. We could even throw a little zip tie maybe around where that bolt was. There was a little thing here before. We have some of the brake line stuff sitting down there. But yeah, that's all mounted up. I don't think we have any brake fluid with us here at the fair to bleed this, so that's going to probably have to wait, and we'll do another separate video on that. But it's coming together, guys. We got to get the handbrake line ran through here, and then
So we remove the 2 headlight bolts.
drop the
Top two.
drop the headlight, and then we're gonna go in behind this, right where the stock clutch cable goes. So I like to start at one end to the other. I'm gonna kind of put this. Actually, I already got my master on, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna bolt this up right away. You can wiggle this. Oh yeah, there she is. Wiggle that through there. Obviously, if you're taking your bike apart, sending your gas tank out, a lot of this would be a lot easier, even yet. So, depending how much stuff you're putting on your bike, and then we're gonna follow this right along where this stock foot brake line would go. Kind of just tuck this thing. You can see it trying to poke its little round head through. Come on, buddy. All right, so pull it through. If you're ever pulling it, guys, and it gets like bound up, do not just yank it. You can break the line inside, and then you're gonna call us, text us later on and be like, my brakes are leaking, I almost crashed, I looped out. Well, that's because you put a stress crack in your brake lines. So just be gentle with it like this. See, it's getting looped up like there. Just guide it through. Don't force anything. Just
These are steel braided.
nice and gentle, nice and easy. So this is gonna run along this. We're gonna put a nice couple zip ties here, and it's gonna mount up perfectly to my rear caliper somewhere. I don't know which way the banjo is going on that one. So this is a downward dog on this one, so it's gonna go to about here. So toss that brake line ran, super clean, comes right off this handlebar. It's gonna tuck right down to the left side of that key. We're looping it right in the headlight, following the brake line, following the stock front brake lines, running it along this gas tank, underneath the bracket, behind, tucked down, straight to the caliper. Nice and smooth, no kinks, no binds. And then now we're actually gonna unbolt the calipers because, like I've told a million people in emails already, you cannot bleed the brakes on the bike because even though this looks like it's straight up and down, the gravity, mother
This
earth,
is straight up and down.
science, whatever.
It's not doing a wheelie.
We're tipped a little bit back, so we got to get this caliper up so that this is the most vertical point. So I like to bleed them on the back tire usually, honestly. So we're gonna get the brakes bled. That's gonna be a messy job. I think we're gonna do it after this next show because we got another show coming up. We have been just, whew, this is the most work I think me and my brother have ever done while at a show. So it's something we're super blessed, guys. Can't really complain. We're building brand new motorcycles at stunt shows, getting paid to do wheelies for work. So we're getting it done though, making it happen. I want to try to break this thing in before we do shows on it next weekend. So hopefully we can get this thing into rideable condition here by Saturday. All right, so sorry that this video is kind of jumping around a little bit, guys. We are doing our absolute darndest out here to ride, build, eat, sleep, ride, build, eat, sleep, literally and repeat out here. So while Sawyer ran over to the Aldi, I got things going over here. So we got the brake lines like we showed you all cleanly mounted up. I filled the line with fluid. I started bleeding this 6 mil here, so I was just doing the old pump crack. I'll show you guys how I do that, just like good old motocross. Normally I try to use a 6 mil open end with like a little hose to catch the fluid, but I don't have one, so I have my 6 mil on here. These are very fragile, very fragile bolts, so we're just gonna crack it, and then we're pulling it, and there's air pushing out of there right now because you'll see, you gotta take this cap back off. Get this over here. It started completely empty, and then it'll just suck, and then it starts to fill that entire brake line. So it takes a little bit of time, lots of pumps, lots of cracks, but now you see there's fluid starting to shoot out of there. So we've got pressure starting already in the system here. So we're cracking it, and you can see little teeny air bubbles. Oh, not on that one even. It's not quite there yet, so it's almost there. And you can notice though the fluid level's going down, so the fluid's got to be going somewhere. It's filling up that brake line right now, so I always like to do this a good amount of times, suck a good amount of fluid through.
Louisville.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here in Louisville.
Good deal.
It's been
Where
a
y'all
great
from?
time. Wisconsin.
Nice, okay.
Wisconsin's home. Couple of cheeseheads.
So you are, I can see it.
Oh yeah.
Phillips Lane, McDonald's, right behind the McDonald's and Frank's.
Right. All right.
Been there?
No, not yet.
Phillips Lane,
Right behind McDonald's.
right behind McDonald's and Frank's. Tomorrow they got gumbo.
All right.
Gumbo tomorrow.
Bologna sandwich is $3.
$3 only. You can't get nothing for $3
I
no
know,
more.
with a hot cheese
Woo.
and dressed up.
Little
Oh,
baloney.
man, you have fun tonight.
I don't know.
Got the big thermos of water.
I don't know the last time I've had bologna.
Gumbo on that, dude. Wow, we are in Kentucky. That's awesome. So, this is why we're doing this here, guys. This is super sick. We wouldn't get these interactions if we were in the garage. So, as I was saying, we got some fluid. I like to suck a lot of fluid through there, but in order to get it to really start squirting out like you're gonna see at the end, we're gonna mosey on back over here, and this is what I was so excited about that I got rigged up here. So I found you take an empty pop can, spin the tab around. If you have an extra piece of Tygon, if you're ordering it from twinstunts.com, maybe order yourself 6 extra inches of Tygon, or some rubber hose from the gas station will work, but this is nice and flexible. So we got the pop tabs backwards, that's holding that thing in there. And then I like to do the good old-fashioned gravity bleed, so I can get this wrench over there because I got the hose on it already. So it's easier if you break the bolt loose real fast with like a socket wrench, and then that way it's not quite as tight, because if it has a good seal, it's gonna do what we need it to do here. So we're gonna crack this thing loose. All right, you can see it's spun in there. So we're gonna try to hope for the best here. And then also, this is my other ingenious thing I figured out. So I took my old set of brake pads instead of having to hold something in there right now. So I took the pin out. I have 3 brake pads in there right now. Didn't think that was gonna work. It fit like a glove. So now we are not gonna have to hold anything. Sawyer can just hold the camera, and as you can see, look at those bubbles. We are gravity bleeding it already, folks. I don't even have to touch anything. So all I do have to touch though is I gotta keep this brake fluid full at the top, because if you let this go down and it starts sucking in, you're basically gonna have to repeat the entire process over. So I'm gonna just fill this thing up, and you can truly do this like I'm doing right now. Sawyer's filming me. He is not helping me, guys. He doesn't even have gloves on. So give this thing a little bit more of a twist, try to get a little bit more flowage if we can. And then what you can do, so you can see it slowly rising up, you can come up here, grab your master, give it little pumps, and as you'll see, we are just moving. We moving fluid?
Moving fluid, couple of air bubbles.
Oh yeah, see, we're moving fluid. As you can see, if you do, as long as you don't go like this with the handlebar, what you don't want to do is take this master, pull it in, let it go really fast.
Whoa!
Did I mess it up? Yeah, see, look what it does. It sucked a bunch of air right back in. So you just want to be doing little pumps, get it going out. You see those bubbles? I'm shooting them back out, all the air that I sucked in there. So shoot those bubbles out, nice slow little pumps with the master. And this is one technique in the stunt riding world that you can use if you're by yourself and you do not have one of the fancy Harbor Freight vacuum bleeders that my brother so desperately wants to go buy. But I told him, first things first, we need to show you guys how you can do it without fancy tools, because I know some of y'all are balling on a budget out there. So this is how you bleed your brakes with nothing but good old science, folks. Gravity. It's gonna push that air out to the top, and the fluid is gonna stay in the caliper. We got Camden on the camera lens right now, guys, so if this is bad video, and that's all right. So this is almost the last step. We're gonna do the chain. We've got our 64-tooth sprocket installed. We got to get the 12 bar. It's getting delivered tomorrow, so we're just gonna take our good old handy dandy angle grinder here, and be careful when you're cutting this that when it gets through that you don't shoot off into the swing arm, because you don't want to scratch it. So we're gonna try to just get this thing pulled nice and tight. Let's see if we can't cut this thing.
Okay, so I was today years old, guys, when I found out. So if you get a 64 tooth rear sprocket, which is what we ride in the parking lot, and I actually haven't removed the front sprocket yet, I bet it would be the same no matter what. Get yourself a 120 length chain, which we will be stocking on twinstunts.com very soon. You do not even have to cut anything. It actually just fits like that. I'm gonna be able to tighten that up pretty easily, and I buy the screw type clips here and button this chain up, guys, and we're gonna be riding this thing here this afternoon. Woohoo! Alright, you can stop it. So, like I was saying, that was the slickest chain install I've ever done. 120 links, perfect. Do not need to cut anything. I've got her adjusted right now. We're gonna leave it. It's got a little bit of slack. We're gonna allow it to do some cycles on the stand here before. But I just wanted to show you guys, these are super cool. They're called screw type links. So what we're doing is, I already bolted it together right here. I'll unscrew this though to show you guys what it is here that we're doing. So basically you're putting the chain, the master clip through from the rear, putting it on, and then this is threaded, and then there's a little break off point. So basically we're gonna screw this back on.
The time where you're actually supposed to break it on purpose.
Oh yeah, this is cool. So you tighten it down, and you'll see right now, if you zoom in, we're gonna basically just squeeze it right until this chain link is in line with the other, so that they look the exact same. Basically, you don't want to crank this down too much, because obviously then you're gonna not have any movement in the rollers. So we're just going back and forth. Don't do one side too fast or whatever. And right now that is looking pretty good. So then we're gonna actually back this bolt out, and you'll see it's kind of hard to see because I got grease on it, but there's a little groove in there where it's gonna break. So you thread it halfway off, thread it past the groove, and then all we're gonna simply do is take our T-handle and bam, down with it. That is it. So that's on. So it's pushed on. It cannot come off those threads. And that is a screw type link. I've been running these on all the new bikes. I tested one out in Boston this last winter. Corey looked at it and was like, what in the heck is that thing?
I'm looking at it like, what in the heck is that thing?
Yeah, dude, it's sick, dude. So easy. You don't need, that was all we did. My hands are clean. Didn't even put my gloves on.
Dude, the chain breaker was the worst tool.
Oh, dude, they think that the grease that comes in the package is like good chain lube, or like that's packaging. That's literally just grease for packaging, guys. That needs to get wiped off. I don't have any chain clean like I would like to, but we're gonna wipe off all this grease the best we can here with a rag, with the microfiber. We're gonna lube this chain up, and then I think we're gonna test this bike in the next show, actually. Maybe do some burnouts here either today or tomorrow. Go over it, make sure all the bolts are tight, and this thing is ready to send.
What's in it, guys?
Did that when I was a kid, so obviously this sounds really stupid, like why would you do that? But I had the idea, I'm just gonna hold my hand like this and rotate the wheel. Well, it sucked my hand straight in, and I'm lucky that I even have the top of these four fingers to this day, because it destroyed my hand, obviously. So it ran in, I ripped it out. It was gruesome, it was terrible. So I always like to do it on the sprocket. That way there's no real risk of getting in there. You want to clean them rollers really good, wipe off both sides of the chain really good, and then we're gonna spray some Yamaha lube, chain lube on this thing, and this thing is good to go. I can't believe we built a bike at the state fair. Sawyer spun some wrenches, I spun some wrenches. People asked some questions. We might have skipped a couple steps, guys, but for the most part, we pretty much filmed every step of the way. We're gonna try to break these videos apart. Controls, cage, rear sets, everything, pretty much. We don't have a gas tank on it yet. We're actually, Joey Sawyer is really curious. He wants me to send him some more photos. He thinks he can fit this in the tank.
That'd be sick.
Which that would be pretty just cool and just the cleanest thing ever. So we're gonna get a gas tank built eventually for this, but for right now, we're Stunner 13 styling it. We're just gonna rip this thing as is. I only do like 2 tank tricks in a show nowadays, so
It's really not necessary.
really don't need the tank. I love the way this looks, the way this stock tank. It's so cool. A bunch of people walking by are like, oh man, that's a new FZ07. You can just tell it's got such a unique look and such cool body lines. I really do hate having to chop this all apart. So
This bike is gonna stay like this for a long time because this thing is just gorgeous. The cage is so clean, it matches. Maybe throw a Twin Stunts graphics kit. Maybe leave this thing as is, guys. I don't know, drop a comment. Let us know what we should do. Should we wrap it or should we leave it stock like it is? Because I don't know, man. This is a pretty beautiful, pretty clean motorcycle that we put together here. I'm pretty proud of this one.
Got seats?
We got seats in the bin right here.
Stunt seats?
We got the twinstunts.com stunt seats. I accidentally grabbed yours. It's purple stitching, but that's fine.
That's nice though. That cover's
got the bolts,
nice.
and then we'll bolt that one. And we'll
Ooh,
bolt
that
this,
looks
and
huge.
We're gonna be ready to go, dude.
Whoa, put that back on there.
Just for looks right now, yeah. We gotta put the seat mounts
Oh
on.
yeah, that looks really good though. Wow.
So yeah.
Got the build up, the extra stiff seat, guys.
This thing is hard as a rock, just like the old HT motos. If anybody knows anything about the original OG HT motos, they were the shiz, guys, for stunt riding. So Bella's got the new foam. It is hard as I can't even make that thing bend. I can't flex it. I could probably flex it.
Don't break
it. No, it doesn't, dude. It doesn't even. Like, I'm literally doesn't even flex. So this thing so much better than the original. The original was sick and all, but everything getting better and better as we go, guys. So we are gonna slap those 2 bolts in there. And let's run this thing. Let's heat cycle this motor a couple times because we've only got 3 miles on it. I don't want to burn this thing up, so we're gonna do a couple heat cycles on the stand here and then get that tire heat cycled out there. Let's get this thing ripping.
This bike right here, guys, this thing has 2 miles on it. We just built this thing right underneath this Yamaha tent right here. Let's go. 2 miles straight to the bird. Just flying off all cylinders. Like I said, he actually let me build that bike. That's his bike, and I actually spun some wrenches on it, so that's kind of scary. So, Shannon right now just gotta give him some love because this is getting pretty crazy. He said it feels pretty good.
Smoking?
Something was just on it.
That's probably just some oil from
Maybe just a little bit of oil
Braking
from us
oil.
building the bike, dripping brake fluid, but we're gonna shut that one down here. You guys ready for the next part of the show? Louisville, Kentucky! Come on!
Shit, do we need a fire extinguisher?
I don't know.
No, I think it's alright.
No, it's just oil though, but where's it coming from?
And this right here, guys, is what every new bike sometimes has to go through, just figuring out what is going on. We're just gonna take a little bit of a pause and make sure everything is good to go over here.
It's coming out of the. It's coming out of the ABS block.
Oh, is it brake fluid?
Yeah, it's brake fluid, right?
Oh, it's brake fluid, Sawyer.
You got water, it's good then?
Yeah.
All right, Kentucky State.
Because we
Everything's good to go right now. So me and my brother, when we were building this bike last night, we actually have to delete the original brakes, and we forgot one of the brake lines in there. So a little bit of brake fluid going on that hot motor, but that's what we're saying, guys. Brand new, truly. You guys having fun with us? Literally almost catching this place on fire, but that is A-okay. So Shannon, the man, he's gonna make sure that thing is just idled down and good to go, and we are gonna get his original MT07 stunt bike up to temperature, and it's gonna be go time here in Louisville. Come on, it's a safe here. We got